recording, so I think it is done. Okay, after that let me minimize this. Okay, so let me first open gmail.com. So suppose this is your Gmail sign up page. Okay, so here you can see that if I this is the sign up page, and if I try to click on this help button, right, help link, you can say. Okay, so what I was trying to say, what is our requirement, you can see. If I open, this is our you can see Gmail website. Okay, sign up page, sign in page. If I click this help link, right, you will see that this help link will open in the separate window, you can say, right. So by default, not understand this. Okay, let me first what we will do, we will do some practical. Okay, then we will understand it better. So suppose this is the website, I want to hit the URL. So I will copy the URL and paste it here. So what this step will do, it will open me the Gmail website. After that, what I will do, I will simply, let me open it again. Okay, I have to click on this help button, right? This help button, not button, actually it is the link. Sorry. So if I have to click this, I have to inspect it, right? So how I will click this? Okay, so you can say, see, this is a link because anchor tag is present, right? So I will quickly write one absolute XPath for it. Okay, so how I will write it, XPath for the help link, right? How I will write, I will simply write, you can see here, this is our tag name. So tag name, okay. And then what is our attribute? It is the class attribute equals to, what is the value here? You can say this is the value. And let me again, okay, so this is our value. Okay, so this is the XPath, but you can say that we have to reach here. Okay, we are here by writing the XPath, we are here. After that, I will come to this. Okay, with the help of absolute XPath, I will simply write li here. Okay, and after I will write li, what will happen? I will simply come here. Okay, to this, you can say a. So I think, okay, so I think this is fine. Let us check also whether we are writing the correct XPath or not. So I think it is clear. I don't think we need to check because it is straightforward. You can see this is the XPath, and after that I'm just using li/a. So I will reach here. Okay. So I will simply copy this XPath for the help link, and I will paste it in my here. Okay. So what I will write, I will have to click on this. Okay. Find element. How we have to find with the help of XPath, and after that I will paste the XPath here, and I will simply click on this help button. Okay. So let us check first whether it is able to click on the help button or not, help link or not. Okay, then we will proceed forward. So it has opened the Gmail, and it should click on the help button, so you help link, sorry. So after that, what I'm trying to do, I want to print this, you can say title. Okay, what is the title? Google account help. So if you have to print the title, what you will write? So I will simply write driver dot get with the title of the page. And if I write like this, okay, so okay, so this step is, okay, this step is sufficient to print the title, but you will see if I try to run this code, okay, what it will print, you will see it will open again. And I think it has finished the execution, but you will see that it will print this title, sign in Google account. Okay, not this second one. You can see here. Okay, this is the title it is printed. Okay, you might have think that when we will click on this help link, this one. Okay, so you can see this is our page, but by default your driver will not switch to this second page, which is this one. Okay, driver will still be pointing to this first page. So this is the reason you are seeing this sign in Google account link. So is it clear to everyone what is the issue we are facing? We are not able to print this, you can say, the title of this web page. So is it clear to everyone? Then we will see the solution. So what I will do, actually there is one method in, you can see, Selenium, one method in Selenium. Okay, which is, okay, let me, which is, let me write like this. if you write driver dot get, this is the last one. Okay, get window handles. Okay, so if I, okay, so what I'm saying, if I use this method, what will happen? So if I, okay, let me write it again. I need to explain something. So if I, you can see that what it is saying, it is returning us the set of string, right? So if I have to catch those IDs on the left hand side as well, I need to write set of strings, and I will, suppose if I have to, I will name the variable as IDs. Okay, so what you will see, okay, let me, I think string will come here, not strings. Fine. Okay, so if I try to show you in debug mode, what will happen? Okay, if I put one debugger here, so if I run this, you will see your program will stop on 29 line because we have put one debugger. So it has opened again. Okay, so you can see it has stopped here. But if I see this, you see this. You can see that some lengthy code, not code, some lengthy IDs there, right, in the string format. So what is these ID, right? These are the basically the IDs of those two tabs. Okay. So by default, at zero index, ID of this one will present, and at first index, ID of this one is present, right? So here you can see both the IDs we are getting with the help of this driver dot get window handle, right? So likewise, suppose you might have three windows as well. Then in that case, that IDs variable will have three IDs, right? But as of now, we are having two two tabs, so we are having just two ID, right? So what I'm trying to say, we can use this method to get the you can say IDs of all the tabs which you have opened. Okay. So after that, let me remove this and remove this. So what I will do, so this IDs variable will have two, you can say, okay, let me first remove this. What I'm trying to say that this variable IDs will have, you can say, the two IDs of the tab. So if I open my PowerPoint, you will see, okay, so what I'm trying to say that IDs, this is the variable which we are using, IDs variable. Okay, so what it will have, we will have two IDs, right? And first is, suppose, assume you have first ID is like this 1111. Assume as of now, okay, we are not having this one, but assume that you have like this, and suppose you have one more ID, okay, which is 222, something like this, okay, and both will be in the string format. Okay, so both will be in the string format. Okay, so this by default, whatever the first ID you will have at zero index, okay, it will be of the parent one. After that, it will be of the child one, right? So this ID belongs to the second window, right? So you can say that is as child as of now. Okay. So here again, what we will do, we will make the use of iterator concept. Okay. I think you already have known about iterator because we have discussed this concept when we are dealing with the collections in Java. So what I will do, I will use this iterator. Okay. It will help us to traverse to each ID, right? Iterator we will use. We will use this iterator. Okay. So if I write, let me come to Eclipse again. If I write, okay, so again I'm saying that this will have two ID. Okay. What are the two ID? One is of this parent one and this is of the child one. If I write IDs.iterator, IDs.iterator. Okay, one more, let me write it again. I need to explain something. If I write iterator, so you will see that what is the return type? Iterator of type string, right? So if I have to catch that iterator, okay, but after writing this statement, it will return you one iterator object. So suppose my object name is IT, okay, and what is its type? Iterator of type string. Okay, so what will happen? This statement, what it will do, and let me open my PowerPoint again. So if I write again, see here, IDs dot iterator, right? So let me write it in short as of now. Okay, this is iterator here. Okay, but I am writing in short. So if I write like this, what it will return? It will return me one object. So how I will catch that object? Suppose this is my object name. So I am catching that object simply, right? So IT. So what will happen? Suppose this is your you can say the set of IDs. Okay, so what is the at zero index? This is the zero index and this is the first index. Suppose the ID of the parent is, you can say here as well, ID is 1111, which is of the parent window, and suppose this is the second ID you are having. Okay, this is of the child one. As of now, okay, these are all the, you can say, IDs, right? This is our ID, and as we are using IDs dot iterator, so it is returning you one object, okay, which is this one. So IT is the one. So IT will be looking for both this ID, right? So this is our object because we have used this IDs dot iterator, right? So I'm providing one iterator on the top of ID, right? So this is the iterator, IT object, you can say. So what will happen if I write, you can say IT dot next. If I write IT dot next, what will happen? If I write like this IT dot next, this is the method, okay? I hope you all will be knowing. So this is again I'm saying that this is the method in IT dot this inside this object we can call this method IT dot next. So what will happen if I use like this? Then IT will come inside of this first one. Okay, IT dot next, and it will return me this value. This is the value of first parent window, right? So I have to catch that value here as well. So let me write one variable. Okay, so this variable s is of type string. So when I will write this statement first time, that s will contain this 1 1 1 1. Okay, so first time it will contain this. Okay, after that there is one method in Selenium which is this one, driver driver dot switch to. Driver dot switch to dot window. Driver dot switch to dot window, and then what I will write? I will simply write what I will write. I will pass this s variable, right, which is of type string. So by writing this statement, your driver, see, by default your driver will be on the parent one. Okay, so if you provide like this, then nothing will happen, right? Because it will still be pointing to the parent one because this is our ID, right? And we are passing that ID here. So it will switch to that parent ID only. Okay, but after if I write this statement one more time, right? Suppose if I am writing this statement again. Okay, suppose I am writing it here. Okay, suppose assume as of now I have written this statement again. So what will it will do IT dot next. So IT was initially here. So if I am writing this, IT will come here inside of this, and that will return me this. You can say the value string value, which is of the child window, right? So as of now, what will happen again? This time we will have triple two here. Okay, and if this time if I pass s here, right? So what is the s value, which is you can say triple two, right? So by writing this, you can say statement this one, right? This time driver will switch to the second window, right? Driver will switch to the second, you can say the second window. So this is the iterator concept. Let me first come to Eclipse, then I will show you. Okay, so what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this time we have placed one iterator over those two ID, and after that what we are trying to do, I will simply write it dot next. So you can see here, second method, it is returning one string value, right? So if it is returning one string value, what is the string value it should return? I will name that value as parent window. You can say parent tab ID. Any name you can want to provide. Okay, so this will give me parent window ID. Okay, ID. And after that, what will happen if I write it again? String child ID. Again, I will write IT dot next second time. So this what it will give me? It will give me child window or you can say the tab ID, right? So what will happen if I use this driver dot switch to dot window? This is one method. Okay, this is our object. Inside that object there is one method, because after the method you can see these parentheses are present, right? Which means it is a method, right? Again I will say dot window. Okay, inside that there is one more method which is window, and it is expecting some string argument, right? You can say a string of arg0. So what, inside that what I will pass, I am not interested in this one, right? I am interested in this one, so I will pass this. So what will happen, let me write it as well. Driver will switch to child tab, and if it is switched and if the driver will now pointing to this one, okay, so we can get the title as well, or you can perform any other operation after that. Just you perform normally. I will simply paste the, you can say simply print the title of the child window. This time it will print the title of child window. This will print, let me write it as well. What it should print? It should print this Google account cell. Google account cell, because we are switching our driver to child window. So let us check whether it is printing not this one this time. Okay, this time it should print the child window title. So it has again started execution. So this time it should print this one Google account type. So if I come here, so first of all now is that printed this one only, because I think we have given this first of all. Okay, so this is the reason you are seeing this. If I remove this, that if then you will not see it. So you can say that we run it again. Otherwise, okay. So this time it should print only one title. So if I run this, okay, so you can see that it has only printed the child window title. Okay, so is it clear to you that how we can switch our driver scope to the our next window? If you have to, okay, so you can use that what, that same concept on the on that Flipkart assignment. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So one more thing I would like to tell you. Suppose let me first close the old browser. Okay, so one more point I would like to say that in case I have closed what happened in that previous batch, I mistakenly closed this browser as well. So they all got disconnected. And for the next 15 minutes, I was just teaching and no one was attending that. So please let me know on the group if that happens. Okay. So let me first again try to close it carefully. So yeah, wait. Let me first. So you are saying that this one will change, right? So there, that is not an issue, right? You should try to write one absolute XPath for the same, so that what will happen, even if that will change, your cursor, your you can say your XPath will still pointing to this block, right? This you can say this item is changing, but this block remains the same. So you can try absolute XPath here. You should not depend on this text, I will say, or not. I am saying what, that you should not depend on this text. Just write one absolute text path here that will come to this block. So that block will remain here whenever you will try it, whenever your product will change, right? Block will not change. So try it. Otherwise, I will provide you the XPath for the same right today. So absolute XPath will work here, no issue. Third one. So you can, okay. Now suppose you have to select this one, right? Fourth one. So you can use this text as a selection criterion, or otherwise you can do, you will store all these, this this all the whatever the items you are seeing here in the one list of web element with the help of find elements method. After that, at the, you can say 0 1 2 3, this is our item at third index, so you can do whatever the operation you like using for loop. Okay, so let me again come here. So what I'm saying, that your driver is now pointing to this one. Okay, so you can perform any operation here, right? If you have to click on this, with that you have to just write driver dot find element normally, right? Just like you write it, right, normally. But you have to, suppose you have to perform some operation here again, right? So our driver is pointing to this one as of now. So if you have to perform some operation on this parent window again, you have to again switch. Okay, so how I will switch, I will use this one again. I will copy this whole line. I will again write. This time I will provide what is the ID. This is the parent tab ID. Okay, so I will switch to my parent again. I will switch to parent tab. Okay, and this time if you try to print the title, so it will return you the title of the parent window. So this way you can switch between the multiple window. Okay, so let me try to run this. Okay, it will first print the second window title and then the parent. So it has finished execution. So you can see that first it printed the parent, you can say the child one. Okay, this is our child title, Google account help. Okay, this is the one it has printed first. After that we are again switched back, and then it has printed this title, sign in Google account. Okay, because we are switching our driver here again. So this way, okay, so moreover you, what I'm saying, that after you are, suppose this is not the case. Okay, so we are on the, you can say the child one, right? So if you have to perform any operation after this, after this line, okay, after this line, up, when our driver will switch to child tab, after this, then that operation will only be performed at child tab only, just like clicking the button, like clicking any button, or getting the text of any web element. Okay, so likewise there are so many operations, right? So what I'm trying to say, if you have to work on the parent window again, you have to just what you have to do, you have to switch back again, then you will be able to perform those operations. So is it clear to everyone? Okay, let me close this. Okay, so what we will do, okay, recording is already started. So, okay, so there is one more scenario. Let me open Amazon website this time. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, let me open Chrome separately. Otherwise, I will, might be the chance that I will close that as well. So Amazon website will open. And there is one more. Okay, let this. Okay, so here you can see that this is a link about us. Career is also one of the link. This is also the link. This is also the link. Okay, likewise you can say that this is, these are so many links. Our, whatever you can say, we have to do, our requirement is to print the title of that particular box, right? So suppose, assume that this is a box. Okay, we are interested in that highlighted box only. So our requirement is to print all the title of all the links. So suppose what I am trying to say, see here, if I click this, okay, this is the our first link. So this is the title you can see on the box. Okay, if I have to print, I have to print that again. I will come back, and I will come back. Okay, and I will come back, and this is our second link. Okay, so one thing, this one is not a link, right? If you try to click on that, it is not a link. Okay, so this is also one of the link. If I click this, it will again, you can see the title, right? So this is the title. Okay, after that, what will happen? If I come back again, and after that, I will click this one. Okay, after that, this will open one new page, and this is the title, right? So I have to print the title in my console. I will go back again. Okay, and I will come here at the bottom. So what will happen again? This is the fourth one. This is the fifth one, right? So what I have to do, I have to print all the title of that. When we click on that link, a new page will open. So we have to print the title. So is it clear to everyone what is our requirement? Okay, so there you might think that what I will do first, I will open the website and I will just write one XPath for this. I will click this. I will print the title with the help of get title method. And what I will do, then I will come back forward. How you will come back forward in the Selenium? With the help of this method, driver dot navigate navigate dot something like this. I remember this. Okay, so this is something like this, right? So with the help of this method, what you will do, you will come backward and then you will again click this second link. Okay, then what you will do with the help of get title method, you will again come backward. So again, what will happen? Again, if we come here, what you will do after coming back, click this third one by writing the XPath and then just come here and then get the title with the help of get title method, right? Likewise, you will do. But there is one issue here. You can do that, no issue, because there are only 5 links, right? But in real time, suppose, so this is also the real time, but suppose on that next web page there are 100 of such links. Suppose. So will you going to click each and every link and just come backward every time? So that will be taking more time, right? So we are not going to use that approach, because if you have 5 links, then it can be done easily. But if you have hundreds of links, then it will be very tedious task for you. Okay, so to perform click on each and every link and then getting the title and coming backward again and again. So what we will do? So is it clear to you what is our requirement and what is the issue we can face if we try that method? So what we will do? Our approach should be like, I will first click on this one and I will open that in separate window. I will click this, open in the separate window. I will click this and open in the separate window. And likewise, I will do that for all the link, because we are interested only in this first block, right? So we are dealing with this, you can say 5 link. So after that link will open in the separate window, what we can do, we can just use our get window handle method. Okay, get window handle method, that will grab me the IDs of all the tab. And after that, what we can do, we can comfortably switch to each and every tab. Okay, we can switch to each and every tab and get the title. So this time we are not just coming backward and forward every time, right? We are just smartly opening all the window in the separate tab, and we are printing the title. So see here how we are going to end. First of all, our task should be to uh, open this link in the separate window. So how we are going to do that? So understand this, when you press control, okay, you can say, let me write it here, control plus left click. Okay, so if I press like this, I am pressing control from my keyboard. Okay, I have pressed. If I press left click, you can say that it has opened that in the separate one. Okay, again on the career link, if I press control and left click, you will see that this will open in the you can say separate one. Okay, again if I press this control and click here, it will open that link in the separate window, right? So we are going to make the use of such functionality in our code. So I think you are able to see that how we can open the link in the separate window, right? So let us first copy the URL. Let me open the website first. So as of now, I am removing this code. So let me remove this as well, and then okay. So inside that, I will search. First of all, what I will do, I will simply open the website with the get method, and then first of all we have to write one XPath for these link. Okay, then we can proceed one by one. So how I will going to write the XPath? See here. If I first I will just try to select this box. Okay, if I click this, so you can see that this is the, okay, let me click it again. I think this is that one. Okay, so this whatever the code is written here, HTML code, this is highlighting the box. So I will first write the XPath for that whole box. So this is our class name. How I will write the XPath? Let me open this XPath for, you can say, link. So you can see the links. So how I will write? Double slash and then tag name. Div is our tag name. At the rate, what is our attribute? Class is our attribute. And what is the value of the class? You can see that this is the value, right? So let me first copy this. So this is how we are writing the XPath for this whole box. Okay. So if I try to check whether I am writing the correct XPath or not, I will come to ProPath and I will just hit enter. So you can see that even we are writing the XPath correct, we are highlighting these four blocks. Okay, because they are using the same code for each and every box. So in that case, I have told you, I think in the calendar, you can say lecture, that if you are facing such kind of issue with the XPath, simply write one like this. Just put this whole XPath in the parenthesis. Okay, and then just write one at the end. So this way we are just saying that just select the first one from all the four. So after writing like this, what I have to do? So we are here, as of now we are here, and then I have to come here. You can say that this one is inside of this one. If I close this, it has hidden. So you can say that this is the child, that UL and that UL tag. This is the child of this class. So I will write slash UL. Okay, I will come here. I think so. You can say that this box. Okay, we came here from this whole box to we came here. After UL, you can say that this is the first link, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, sorry, this is the fifth one, right? So these are all the links present inside this one. So as of now we are here. Oh, sorry, we are here. Okay. After that we have to come here li, so that we can reach to first link. But if I write slash li, it will select all. Why it is selecting all? Because you can say that as soon as we are writing ul slash li, right, it is selecting all because it has multiple, you can say, web element, right? First link is there also, second is also. So that is fine, right? We are but one thing I would like to tell, see, here is not the one where our link is present, right? I have told you earlier that how you will decide uh, whether this one is a link, right? If that link will have one anchor tag. So if I expand this, you will see that this is our actual link, actual path of our link, right, inside li. So after writing like this, I will write slash a as well. So after that, it will highlight this one, right? For every link, this will highlight this one. So we are able to navigate to our, you can say, the link, because we are navigating till here, because inside the anchor our link is present. Okay, so we do not have to stop till here, just come inside li as well. So this is how we can write the XPath. So is it clear how I am writing the XPath? Please confirm. Anyone? Okay, so okay, so what I will do, I will copy this XPath and here I will write. This time we have multiple links, right? We have total 5 links. So I will use that second method, which is find elements, because we have multiple, you can say, links, find elements. And how I have to find? With the help of XPath. This is our XPath, and that's it. After that, I will store all these. See, that will provide me a list of link. So how I will, you can say, the list will be in the form of web element. So list of web element, and I will simply say lists. Okay. So inside that variable, all those 5 links will be present. And after that, what I will calculate? I will calculate the size of, you can say, lists dot size. So I am just calculating the total count of the link. Total count of the link. Okay. So is it clear to everyone? Okay. So as I've told you earlier that let me come here. Okay. So what I was trying to say that we have one. If we have to open that link in the separate window, we have to press Control and left. You can say that left click. Okay. If I press Control from my keyboard and left click that third one, it will open in the separate window, right? So there is one class in Java to do that. Okay, so what is this class? There is one class keys. This is our class, and inside that class there is one method which is code. This is the method. And inside that, what I'm saying, what keys you have to send, right? Keys dot first of all control we have to press. Okay, and after that, instead of you can say left click here. I am just sending enter, right? Because enter will work same here as we click as we left click there. Okay, so inside the code you will not write left click, just write enter here. Okay, because enter will work the in the similar fashion, right? You might have seen as well when you try to log in on the page. Suppose you have to you have to log in on the Facebook, right? So just you will provide your username and password, and instead of clicking the sign in button, you press enter, then you will be able to click on that you can say login button, right? So here also, instead of just sending the left key here, okay, we are just sending enter, and after that, what I will do, I will just simply place that in a string variable. So suppose this is the key I want to send. So is it then what I will do? This is the size, and I will simply write one for loop. So if I write for loop here, it will run from I equals to 0. Why I equals to 0? Because this list will be of type. Okay, so do not confuse between this and this. Okay, this is just a variable which is of type list. So that variable will contain all the values in the form of list, and in the list, uh, always the index start from 0. So this is the reason I am just saying I equals to 0. Okay, not I equals to 1. Then I will traverse till I less than size and then plus plus I. And inside that, what I am saying, you can say that this is the one that will have all the web element in the form of link. So lists dot get me the you can say I here. Don't worry, I will also show you in the debug mode that what is happening. And then what I'm saying, just send the key. I have to send the keys, but this time I will send this one. Control and enter at the current time. So what will happen? See, let us check that in the debug mode. Then it will be more clear. So let me run that in the debug mode first. Then it will be more clear. Okay, so it has again opened Amazon website now. Okay, so it has opened. Okay, so I think it has executed successfully. Okay, so what is happening here? So that will give me the you can say that these are the five link. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, right? So these are all the five links which we have got with the help of this method. After that, I am calculating how many links are present inside this. So you can say one, two, three, four, five. So size will contain the five. Okay, it has contained the value 5. After that, I am saying that send the control and enter from the keyboard. Okay, so that our you can say our link will open in the separate window. And after that, what will happen? See, as of now size value is 5, so condition is true. We will get inside the loop. Okay, here what I'm saying, get the 0, I value equals to 0. So what I'm saying, inside this variable, okay, get me the first element, or you can say the first link. Okay, so first link will be present at 0 index. I'm saying that get me the first link. So after we get the link, okay, till now we will get the first link because we are saying get of 0. So we will get this, and after that, what I'm saying, send key, and what I'm sending, this control and enter. So cursor will come here. You can say cursor or whatever you want to say. Let me come here. So cursor will come here. Okay, it will highlight that, and we are just hitting control and enter so that it will enter in the separate window, right? So as you can see right now, you can see that there is no window open. But as soon as I click this step over, you can see that something happened in the browser. Let us check as well. It has opened. You can see that this first website, you can see the page on the new tab, right? Again, this time it should open. Okay. Again, let me come this way. So if I say this time I value equals to 1. So inside that, what I'm saying, these are all the links present. This is the index 1. Okay. So get me this one, which is present at the index 1, and just send the key. Okay. So again, what I'm sending, I am sending control and enter from my keyboard. So just what will happen again if I execute this? So it will open this. You can say the second one, career link on the next page, on the next tab. You can see. Okay. So this is our, you can say, right. After that, what will happen if I try to execute it again? Okay. So this time I value will become 2. So this is the I value equals to 2. Or you can see here again, these are all the links present, and we are interested. We are saying that get me the second one. Okay. Get of 2. Get me the second link, or you can say the third link, which is present at the index 2. After you will get it, you are just sending this key, send key. Okay. So what is the key we are sending? This is the key we are sending. Keys dot control and keys dot enter. So what will happen again if I try to execute this? You will see that your browser will highlight, and again it has opened one website, right? Which is, I think, this has opened, and you can see that which one it is. It is this one, third one. Okay. After that, it will open this one, Amazon Care. If I execute it again, okay, if I execute again, likewise it will open the Amazon Care one. I think it has already opened. You can see this is the Amazon Care one link. Okay. After that, 4 links are opened and 1 is left. If I try to execute it again, it will open, you can say, one more website, which is this one, right? So is it clear to everyone that how we are just, you can say, whatever the links we are having, we are opening in the separate tab. Is it clear to everyone? After that, we will come out of the folder. So let us first try to run that in the run mode. Okay. So it will open. See, you will see how fast it will open. So it has opened this one, and it will see, it has opened first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, right? So likewise, if there are 100 links here, okay, 100 links here, so you do not have to click on one link and then come to that page and then come forward. Like, you can use that concept to open the link in the separate window, right? So this is one thing. So after your window will open, okay, that will open 5 window. So till here, let me write it like that. Till here, we opened 5 links in separate window. Okay, so I will use, that method again, driver dot get window handles. Okay, this is the method. So let me catch that all the IDs in the set of, you can say, string, just like we did for the Gmail. Okay, so these are all the IDs which we will get after we use this method. Okay, so one more point I would like to tell you. When you write like this, okay, so inside that, okay, let me first try that debug mode. Let me write, okay, so if I run this, so it has opened, okay, so you will see if I highlight this, okay, it will have 5 IDs. So I think it has, why it is having 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because parent is also included. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So including parent, we are having that, inside that IDs variable, we have 6 ID. Okay. So by default, that whatever the ID which will be present at 0 index, okay, so will be of parent one. So this ID will be of parent one. Okay, so let me open the PowerPoint. So I think Shift P. Okay, anyone knows the shortcut for taking a screenshot? Anyone knows the shortcut for taking a screenshot? Okay, window. Okay, so I got it. So it is Windows Shift S. So okay, let me first open this Windows Shift S. Okay, so it is okay. So whenever I'm pressing the key, it is disappearing, right? So anyways, what I'm trying to see. Okay, so let me open the new slide. Okay, so this is the one. So okay, so what I'm saying, when I will write driver.get window handle, right? So suppose these are the IDs you will get after you will use driver.get window handle, right? So how many IDs which we have got? We are getting 6. So at zero index, one ID will be present. At second index, this one, second one, and then third one, and this is the fourth one. This is the fifth one, right? So we are getting 6 ID here. Okay. So I am just taking the example of this only. Okay. I am not taking another example. So we are getting 0 to 5. Okay. So what I am saying, by default, whatever the ID will be at 0 index. Okay. That ID will be of this parent one. Okay. Main page. So what I am trying to say, this first ID, this one. Okay. That will always be, you can see the main page ID. Okay. But after that, okay, let me write it clear. Okay, that is our main page, and by default at 0 index every time that ID will be present. But if I consider this one, these four, you can say that these 5 1. So when you write a driver.get window handle, this first ID, you might have think that this one, whatever the ID will be present next, will be of this one. You can say this one, right? Because it is next to this, but it is not taking the IDs like this. Okay, how it will take the ID? It will start from the end. So this one, Amazon Care, right? This is, I think, Amazon Care. So this is the ID which will be present at next index after this one. So it is already by default. After that, what I'm saying, it will start from here. So first it will grab the ID of this one, then this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then it will stop. So what I'm saying, suppose if I write like this. So suppose this is our one. Okay, so suppose this is the ID. Suppose ID name is A. Suppose this ID name is B. Suppose this is C. Suppose this is D, and it is E, and it is F, right? So what I'm trying to say, okay, let me not open, okay, let me keep it as well. So what I'm trying to say, okay, so what I'm trying to say, when you at one index, okay, what will be the ID present? If you see here, this has already completed, okay. So if I write, what is the, okay, I have to make it big again, and I will write, okay, so A will be come here, okay, A will be the ID, suppose as of now, and after that at one index it will start from the end. So what is our end? This is the ID, right? So this is our ID. So that ID, you can say that ID will, what is the ID name? F here. Okay, so at one index F ID will be present, okay, which is last page, you can, last tab, you can say. Okay, again after that it will, again if I come here, okay, so this has grabbed. After that it will fetch that ID, okay, last page, second last, you can say. What is the ID? It is E. So I will write E here. Okay, so likewise it is, okay, let me write the remaining as well. So after that it will fetch that ID. So I think okay. So after that, what will happen? It will fetch a D again. It will just come here and then it will fetch this one C1. Okay, what is the ID of that one? C. So it will again fetch that at, you can say this is the index. Okay, so it will store the ID in that format only. Okay, so how many tests you have, it will store the ID in that format only. So if I come to last one, so after that this one, okay, and then we are going to stop because this has already completed, right? So after that it will store that ID at the last. So if I will just write it here. So is it clear to everyone that how it is storing the ID, and you will also see why it is, how it is storing that. When I will try to run the program, you will see that after this one, okay, it will come to this first last page. Okay, so likewise you will see as of now. Is it clear to everyone? Which one? Yeah, I think I have done some mistake here. Actually, what I am trying to say, it has stored the ID in that format, right? And when we are trying to, okay, let me first, what I will do, I will just write the code, then it will be more clear, right? I will come to that point as well. Okay. So here as of now, is it clear that how it is storing? Again, I am saying first is it will store the ID of that main page, which is clear. And suppose you have opened 5 page. So one after main page, you will open 5 link on the separate page. So suppose this is our, you can say F, you can say E here, I say D here. I think it is like that. Yes. What I'm trying to say, after how, suppose these are the ID of the page, so it will start from there. First it will grab F, it has grabbed, then it will grab E and then D and then C and then B. So likewise that page, this is the second page you can say, but that page ID will be present at the last. So let me first write the code as well. So then it will be more clear. So I am stopping the debugging here. Okay, so what, let me come down and just remove this. Okay, so again I will use the iterator concept just like we have used in Gmail. Okay, so if I write IDs dot iterator, so if I write IDs, again I'm using the iterator concept. Okay, so if I write on the left hand side, the data type is type, it is of type string. Okay, we are just catching our iterator object IT. Okay, so this time I am not going to use. Actually, I will use this IT dot next. Okay, but I will not going to use that how we have used it for Gmail, right? For Gmail, how we have done, first we have used this one it.next one time, okay, and then for switching to next step we are using it.next second time, right? But likewise, okay, it.next will here. But what I'm trying to say, if there are thousands of tabs, you can say not thousand, you can say suppose you are hundreds of tabs. So will you going to write it.next every time, right? That is not a good way to write it.next 100 times. So we are not going to use it. We will use one while loop. We will use one while loop, and inside that while loop, first of all I will write one method here, which is it.hasNext. So let me explain the helping method as well. I hope you all will be knowing, but let us discuss this as well. So it.hasNext. Okay, so let me write it here only. This will check whether we have next IDs present. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, and if I write like this, a string ID inside that, if I write it.next, so I think, okay, fine. So what I'm trying to say, this will it.next, as you know that this time IT is a IT object will point to first you can say ID. Okay, so inside if we are able to fetch the ID, we are able to get the ID here. Okay, then what I will do, I will simply write driver dot switch dot window. So I think right I should write ID here. Okay, so let me explain this code first. Then okay, so my mouse is not working. I don't know why. Okay, wait a minute. Huh? My mouse is not working. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, let me first what is happening here. Let us see. Okay, we will see it here only, right? So I will, if I put a debugger here, what it will do. Okay, let me debug this. So just let me know that whether you know the iterator concept or not, because we have already discussed this it dot has next in the collection part as well. So everyone is clear with it? Okay, okay, that's great. So okay, so what I'm trying to say, this has next method will check whether we are having the. Okay, let me write one method here as well. Let me write driver dot get the title, and then if I write the title here, okay, let me explain this after this. So if I write system.out.println, right, I will simply paste. Okay, so let us try to run this code again. Okay, so okay, so it is okay. I have run this program. Okay, so it has opened the Amazon website. So we have come here. So what we will do? First of all, you can see that these are the IDs, right? Okay, so I think okay. I don't think someone wants to join. So let me first close this browser, unnecessary browser. Okay, let me run it again. I don't know which browser it was. So let me run this again. So it has opened Amazon website and it will open separate link. So why it has not opened on the links on the separate browser? I don't know. Let us. Okay, let me first try to run that because it is not opening the links on the, you can say, other tab. I don't know why it is happening. Okay, so I don't know why it is not opening. Anyone is able to find the issue? Amazon is open. I think I have clicked some button in between, as I remember. Okay, I think I need to make a new class. Okay, let us do one thing. We can create a new class. Okay, I don't know. I think I clicked some kind of button in between. copy this from here to here. Okay, so let me make one new class. Okay, I think I have clicked this one also. Oh, again I have clicked. So new class. So inside that I will write my code. Okay, so let us try to run it again. So it is still loading. Anyone is able to figure out what is the issue we are having? Am I audible? Hello. Okay, okay. Okay, I think let us try to divide that why it is not opening. I think I have done everything correct. We are setting the key and hitting the control and enter. Please mute yourself. Okay, what is getting wrong here? So it is pasted that one. Okay, I think it is taking some time. Online shopping site in India. But we are not able to see that it is opening in the different tab. Let me do one thing. Let me cut all this okay code. Then we will check whether it is opening on the separate window or not. So if I write like this, I think I wanna try or ESS case site I it should open in the separate window this time, according to me. It is not opening again. Left. Okay. E से पहले. हाँ, E से पहले. It should have opened this. Is our XPath is correct? I think I have changed it. Maybe. Let us check. This is our XPath. So, so I think our some mistake in our XPath which I made. So let us copy the correct one again. Okay, this is the correct XPath and this time I think it should open. So whatever the issue may be. Okay, I think this time it should open the tab in separate window because there was some mistake I made in the XPath in between. So this time it should. So this time we have seen that okay actually I have done some mistake due to that reason it was not opening. So we just let me paste the code here. Okay, I think I have to get. Okay, so this is the code and let me one more time paste the correct XPath. So this is our correct XPath. So what is the issue I want to see? What is the difference in between those two? I think everything looks correct. Okay, I don't know what is the difference in between two. Okay, whatever that may be. Okay, we have to just place the correct XPath from here to here. Fine. Okay. So what I was trying to say that I think I have to come again to this debugger. Okay, this time it will work fine. So let me remove that, this one and this one as well. Okay. So this time it will again open the file links. So it has opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, after that we are using driver dot get window handle, right? So you can see that it is coming from the end. Okay, for printing the title, I think I have run that in run mode, and it is printing the title. Okay, but my intention was to show you that how it is working in debugging mode. Okay, let me run that in debugging mode as well. Okay, again, let me run that this time in debugging mode. Okay, so it is open again. This time our code will stop because I have put one debugger. Okay, so again it will open in 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, after that our code come here. So if I come here, let me make it little bit big. Okay, so if I come to this one, IDs, you can see, let me make it big as well. Okay, okay, so what I'm trying to say, these are the four ID. 0, okay, at first 0 index, let me copy this first, then it will be, you can see that, right, these are the ID. So what I'm trying to say that by default at first index, parent ID will be present. Okay, okay, so how I am saying that parent ID will be present, see here. Okay, what I'm saying, at 0 index parent ID will be present. So this method will check whether whether we have any ID in that one. So 0 is the ID, so condition will become true. So we will come inside. Okay, we will come inside, and with the help of IT.next, our IT will point to this one. This is the ID, right? So it will fetch me the ID and we will get this. So if I expand ID, you can see, are you able to see that? You can see the value. If I expand this much bit, so you can see this one, and you can see that this one, both are same. Are you able to see? So first time we are getting that parent ID. Okay, so if we are getting the parent ID, we are saying just switch to that ID, right? So even our driver is by default is switching to that, but we are again saying that, so no issue. Driver will still point to parent, right? So it will point to parent, and what we are saying, just print the title of this one. This is the title. Okay, online shopping site in India. So this is the, if I click this will be at the, you can see online shopping site in India, whatever be the title of the parent page. And it, with the help of this system.out.println, it has printed that parent page. This is the parent page. Okay, okay, so what I have told you, that on the PowerPoint, that second ID, this is the second ID. Okay, so that second ID, let me write it here. That second ID will be the last tab, will be of the last tab. What is our last tab here? Okay, so what is our last tab here? If I open this, okay, so this is our last tab. Amazon cares at the rate Amazon dot. So when I will see here, when I will again run this in debug mode, it will again check whether the next ID is present. Yes, one is the next one which is present. Condition will become true. It will come inside it.next. Okay, so for next one, this is the ID, but this ID will be of the last page. If I click this, okay, that will be fine. Okay, our ID will go to that same one. Okay, you can see on the right hand side, this one and this one are same, right? So we have that ID, and I'm saying that switch to that window ID. If I see here, if I click this, so you can see this is the last window that will automatically open. I have not opened that. Okay, I have opened this one, but due to switching of that window, it has opened that. And what is the title? Amazon care at the rate Amazon.in. So if I click this, so you can see that this is the title it fetched because the ID was of the last tab. So with the help of this one, it has printed that title. Again, it will check IT dot has next. You can say that this is the next title, so it is present condition will become true. We will come here again. What I am trying to say, IT dot next. Okay. So IT dot next, what it will do? IT dot next will move your IT object to this second one. But this second one, whatever the ID, this long ID, this ID will be of this one. You can say the let me call this again. This ID will be of this second last. Okay, as I've told you previously, because it is fetching the IDs from the last. So this is the ID, right? So what is the title? Amazon.in. Okay, so if I again come here, I will switch to the second last window. So see that I have not opened that second last window, but it has opened it automatically, right? You can see on the screen I have not opened it. So again I will just print the title. What is the title? Amazon.in. So after that, okay, it is printed that. So after what it will check IT dot has next. So this is the next ID, third one, third and next one. Condition is true because next ID is present. So I will come here. After that, IT dot next. So IT dot next will move your IT object to this that third one. Okay, but that whatever the ID is present here will be of this one, this page, this one. Okay, we are coming from the end to the front. So this is the ID, or what is the, you can say, press center Amazon India is the title. So if I move forward, again I will switch with the help of this one, and what is the title you will get? So you can say press center Amazon India, right? So you can say that after switching, this tab is automatically opened, right? Because we are switching our driver to this. Okay, so next ID will be of this one. What is the title? Help us build our most customer centric company. So see, as of now, I have not opened that this one. I have not opened that, but you will see because we are having that ID on the next. So again, it will switch. Again, with the help of this statement, we are switching, and you will see on your browser. You can see that it has opened this automatically, right? I have not opened it, as you can see. So what is the title here? Help us build Earth's, whatever the title may be. So if I come here and this is the title, you can see. Okay, so this is the title. So I am printing that title with the help of system.out. Okay, after that, what will happen? I think this is the last one. So again, you can see that next ID is present, right? Which is 5. So what will happen again? What will happen? IT dot next. It will come here. IT object will come to that fifth one, and we are just storing that ID in the variable. So you can say here, if I this time, I think this is the last one, right? You can see that 5.1 CD window E7A. Okay, these are the, this one and this one are the same ID, right? So we are fetching the tab ID, and then what I will write, again I will switch. Okay, so this time you will see it has opened the this tab. This is the tab, right? So what is the title? Amazon India transforms small business in India. So if I execute that, okay, so what is the title should be? So this is the title, right? Of the last tab. And after that, what will happen? Again, condition will be checked, but this time you will see at 6 we are not having any more indexes after 5 index, right? So this condition will say that okay, no ID is present after this fifth ID, or you can say the sixth from your side. Okay, but from the computer's perspective, it is at the index 5. So this condition will become false because no ID is present after that index. We will come out of the while loop. Okay, and this way our program will complete. So this is how you can print. Suppose likewise at a runtime also. Uh, Likewise, there are hundreds of such links are there, so you can simply use this code, okay, to print all the titles of the 100 link. So is it clear to everyone that how it is storing the IDs and all? Kavita, is it clear? So everyone. Okay. So because I think debugging mode is the one which will be able to clear all your doubts. I think everyone doubts, including me, because if I stuck, then the first thing what I do is to debug the program so that it will be clear what is happening, right? So that's all for today. Okay. So likewise, again I'm saying that on the Flipkart one, let me open the Flipkart website again. Okay. So that was the assignment I've given. Okay. So okay, that is the website. Okay, so this is the one. If you click this, then what will happen? It will open in the separate tab. So what you can consider this as your parent page. Okay, just like we did for Gmail, and you can consider this as your child page. Okay, and with the help of same concept which we have used for Gmail, you can perform any operation here. I think the operation was to fetch that price. Is it clear? Okay. So I think that's all for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I will be just posting the recordings of the. You can say. Okay. Okay, Sanjeevi is here. Sanjeevi. Or Sanjeevi. Okay, Sanjeevi has gone. Yeah. Sanjeevi is here or not? Sanjeevi is gone. Okay. So, okay, yeah, Kavita, share your screen. So you have done setup of Maple with the help of, you have seen it on Google, I think. Oh, okay. ठीक है वो मैं देख लूंगा रिक्शा वो जो फाइल को फाइल्स करना है ना हाँ पर उसमें वो है नहीं वो चेंज Okay, तो वो कोई let me first stop the recording. Okay.